Hello you guys, and welcome to Sunday. I am just taking a little bit of rest time in my little garden. I have been working diligently all morning on getting Etsy orders done and packed up. I put my Etsy shop into vacation mode when I left for the hospital, but I still had over 20 items to make, and I didn't have any of those supplies and couldn't get any of that done while I was gone. So it's just been a lot of catch up. Now that I have both of the shows behind me, which were kind of like major goals to work towards, I need to focus on just getting my life back on track, getting my schedule back on track, getting my health back on track. I took the day off of vlogging yesterday. My parents were so amazing, and they both helped get all of my stuff figured out. I mean, it's still a mess and it's just the beginning, but I was getting to the point where the chaos was just overwhelming and I couldn't find anything. Things were still packed in bags, and I was ultimately just spending all of my time and my energy looking for stuff. So now we have everything a little bit more under control. But yeah, I have the house all to myself today. My parents and my sister went off to some kind of exotic animal expo that she wanted to go to. I think it's just for reptiles and amphibians. I didn't go because that's a lot of reptiles and amphibians, and I have a very compromised immune system. I don't really care how low the risk is. I'm not really looking to pick up any kind of weird infection right now. And speaking of my immune system, if you guys are keeping up, I was talking a couple months ago a lot about my adrenal issues, and that is still something that we're figuring out. And we worked with my endocrinologist when I was in the hospital to make sure that the steroids I was on were appropriate for what my body was going through. And it's really a fine line because they help keep inflammation down and they help your body to fight, but at the same time they also suppress your immune system. It's one of the reasons why I have a suppressed immune system. There's a whole bunch of other side effects of steroids that you don't want, and you don't want to be on too high of a dose. It just takes some finessing to get it right sometimes. So 2 days ago we started going down on one of my doses. I take 3 a day, and we started, I think we cut like the 6 o'clock dose in half, and we're gonna do that for a little while and then we'll go from there. I feel kind of like flu-y and tired and achy, and I don't know if that means that the dose should be higher or if that means that just I have to get used to the lower dose. So I'm gonna keep giving it a try and see what happens. My doctor, my new endocrinologist, is very concerned and she really wants to help us get it right, but she's stepping into my life at kind of a weird time and she wants to make sure that we're managing this properly. So she wanted me to take full vitals at the same time every day to see if we could notice any trends. She wants to see how my body is responding to the steroids and if there's any way that we could tweak it so that I would be functioning better. The problem with that is that this usually works really well for her Addison's disease patients, but in my case, unfortunately, it might not be quite as helpful since my blood pressure, my heart rate, my temperature, and my blood sugar are all unfortunately pretty unstable and mostly unrelated to the adrenal issues. And so we were brainstorming on the phone when I was in the hospital, and she was like, well, okay, how about this? How about you weigh yourself at the same time every day? And if that changes, then we know that something is going on with your adrenals, because my weight is the only thing that we can count on to be stable, because I am on a fixed feed program where I get the same exact feeds every day, the same exact number of calories, and the only thing added to that is how much water I am drinking and taking in through my infusions. So we found the one constant in my body. Today is going to be my first day where I really start tracking my vitals. And I am so glad that I remembered that I have this. A few months ago, I was sent this, but ultimately I put like 1 day in and then had to leave for the hospital and totally forgot about it. It's called a Plot Your Health Planner. I'm glad I found this when I was just cleaning. This is so perfect. I want to show you guys. I know that I am not the only one who has to keep track of all of their vitals, and just having something like this just makes it a lot easier. Basically, this is that like 1 day that I did, but I had written down blood pressure, blood sugar, weight, temperature, vision. That doesn't all apply necessarily anymore, but you can see, you can put in whatever you want, and then the numbers here are just the day of the month. So you can see on August 12th, I weighed 113 pounds. You guys got the idea. And this is meant to last you 3 months. I think I'm going to have to put a sticker over this and start over. There's lots of other little resources in here as well, like keeping track of medications, treatments, doctor's appointments, emergency contact information. Oh, that's cool. There's even this spot back here for tests and lab work results. Yeah, so I'm really going to have to keep up with this. I will link this down below. And I know I showed you the Spoonie planner before, but I really didn't end up using that. I think it was just too much. I'm not really a planner type of person. So I did re-gift that one to someone else who is definitely a planner type of person. But I do really think that I'm going to keep up with this one because I'm really interested in seeing the trends myself, and I want to do the best I can to take care of my body. And total side note, a bunch of you guys reached out to me and were like, hey, I think that's actually sage and not rosemary. And I looked it up and I think you're right, which means that I was lied to by the Home Depot lady, and I'm kind of having an identity crisis now because I thought rosemary was my favorite scent, and now maybe it's actually sage. Oh, and I forgot to tell you like one of the funniest parts of this story. This is kind of why I wanted to talk about it, because I got an email like a few days after my doctor told me that I needed to start keeping track of my weight. And it was a company who was making scales, and they were wondering if I would like to try them out and review it. And I was like, how do you know that I needed a scale? It was just one of those freak things, and I was like, yes, okay, that's not usually like super on brand for me, but you guys caught me at a really good time, and now I have a scale, which is great, and I'm gonna try it out, see if it's accurate, and let you guys know how I like it. I actually was gonna have to go out and get one. The one that we have, I don't know how reliable it is, but it's a dial scale, so when you step on it, the dial points to the number, and when you get off, it goes back. And this has proved to be a problem for me because I can't stand on something and simultaneously look down because, you know, confused. So that scale doesn't really work for me. The weight I have written down in here was from a doctor's appointment, but now I got my own scale. Alright, I think I've sufficiently procrastinated. It's about to pour down on me, so I think it's time to go back inside, get back to my Etsy orders, get back to editing. Thank you to those people who sent me a scale. I will be using it a lot. I figured this would be kind of a boring unboxing, but this is really fancy. It's like glass. Ugh, no, it's battery powered, and I need to also find a screwdriver. Okay, so I just weighed myself 3 times, and it was exactly the same each time to the decimal point. So it seems pretty accurate, and yeah, I'm interested to see if it actually changes, especially on days when I am doing infusions versus days I'm not. And I just want to say I did think about whether or not I really wanted to talk about the weight stuff. It's a sensitive topic, and I didn't want to upset anybody. So I want to be clear that, number one, I'm not focusing on the number, I am focusing on the trend, because really it's the only feedback that I have right now that I can count on to let me know how my body is handling stress. And number two, I wanted to acknowledge that at 107 pounds, I do have an underweight BMI, which is something that I am working on and is probably very temporary because of my time in the hospital. So I'm not exactly promoting this weight. I'm not healthy right now. I don't feel healthy at this weight, and so my feeds have been adjusted to accommodate that. Hello you guys, and welcome to Monday. I had a pretty productive day, just a super boring vlog day because I'm pretty sure I haven't moved from this spot all day, except when Kayla came and accessed my port. It was nice last night since my port was deaccessed. I took like my first real shower in a month and a half, which felt really great. Besides that, I've just been working on packing up Etsy orders. I finally got them all done. They're over here waiting to be sent out. These are all of the orders that I had before I went into the hospital and then put my shop on vacation mode. So those people have been waiting like 2 months pretty much for their orders. So if you made an order, thank you for being so patient. It is on its way. As they're going out, I reopened my shop. I added a couple listings, but there's a bunch I still have to list. Then I made it 99% through the editing process of the video that I was supposed to be uploading today. But unfortunately it didn't happen. I've had a friend who is kind of having a medical crisis day, and we spent a few hours with her mom on the phone, just talking stuff through, trading compassion and tips and whatever we could give. So I'm not really going to apologize for this vlog being late. Friends and family come first. And I'm so thankful to you guys. You guys have been so nice and supportive about my vlogs being a little bit late or my content kind of not being super interesting. You guys just seem to genuinely want me to feel well and to rest and to take the time to recover. And I really appreciate that. You have no idea. I put so much pressure on myself and I feel so guilty. It really does mean the world to me when you guys are so understanding. The vlog will be going up tomorrow evening instead of today after I get back from PT. And speaking of PT, I should really get to bed. So I'm gonna wish you guys good night and I'll talk to you in the morning. Hello you guys and welcome to Tuesday. I am currently standing outside of the car at physical therapy because a great tragedy has befallen us. Our air conditioning in the car broke like as we were leaving the house this morning, and today is probably one of the most humid days that we've had in a very long time, and so the ride here was not very fun. And then of course I had my PT appointment and I finally got to go and do exercises and work out in the gym, which for me means I learned how to properly sit and stand without dislocating my kneecap, which you would think wouldn't be that hard, but apparently is extremely exhausting. So I'm super overheated. The car is hot. I don't want to get in. And so I decided to talk to you guys. My mom is running into the PT office to see if we can borrow an ice pack. Here it is.
She said put it on your abdomen, keep
Awesome.
it away from your shunt.
Okay. Oh, this is nice. For those of you who think that I'm being super dramatic, I am. But I do also have temperature regulation issues. So when I get hot, it's actually bad and I can start to run a fever and it's not good. So as dramatic as I'm being, it is really important to make sure that I cool off. All right, I'm gonna get in the car. I will talk to you guys in a little bit if I survive this ride home. A miracle has occurred. A little late, but
No, it's not.
it was just when I was getting really cold from the ice. All of a sudden, here we go. The AC turned itself back on. What the heck? Thanks, car. Oh well. It is what it is. Hello, you guys. We are just getting home. We stopped on the way home from physical therapy to go and visit my grandparents. We had some stuff to drop off and we just had a really nice visit and sat out on the deck and sang some songs and talked and caught up, and I told them about all the shows and caught them up on all of our friends because they pray very regularly for everybody. So that was really nice, and I got, much to my mom's chagrin, a giant bag of clothing from my grandmother and her friends. They like swap clothing and they just happen to have the exact same style that I have, which says a lot about my style. I always just feel better when I go to their house and get to kind of decompress. It's just very relaxing. But now I'm behind on my medications and on my infusions and I have to get the vlog up, so back to work. Still feeling really good after my PT session. It's just so nice to be allowed to move. For so long it's just like, you know, don't move, bed rest, gotta worry about this, gotta worry about that. I'm feeling like the good kind of tired. It's gonna be even better tomorrow because tomorrow I'm finally getting these darn staples out. They're still in there. These things have given me so much grief. Like, they are kind of coming out on their own, and every time I move now, they're like stabbing me. And the shunt is right underneath it. There really is like no fat in between. It's like hitting the shunt, and I can't wait to get them out. And I wouldn't be surprised if my mast cell calms down quite a bit once those things are out of my body. Editing and more cheesy Halloween movies.
I
My kind of
hate
night.
This movie. This is the worst. Ew, what is that?
I feel like your problem is that you never saw this movie as a kid, so it's
no,
not
my problem
nostalgic.
is that, like, this SFX is horrible and it's
That's the
creepy.
point. That's the point of Disney Channel Halloween movies.
They're-
The mystery of Mark Twain has been solved. I received a number of gifts in the hospital that didn't have any names attached to them, including this little guy right here. So we've just been kind of going crazy trying to figure out, oh, who could have sent this and who could have sent that. And I found out today that this little guy was sent by Joel Greengrass and all of my lovely angels over there at Theramu, which is the brand that makes that CBD ointment that I really like. And I just think that is the sweetest thing in the entire world. So mystery solved. We know at least where this little guy came from, and he's turned into like my new little neck pillow. Thank you guys so much over at Theramu, especially Joel. This stuff has literally saved my life. It's gotten me through all of my recovery, all of my pain. And then actually, my physical therapist, Trish, I've been putting this stuff on my scar on the back of my neck, and she sees me all the time. But I have been away for a little while, so she didn't see me for about a month and a half. And she looked at my neck today and was like, your scar looks so much better. It's faded so much. It's not widened anymore. Like, it's just so much less red and irritated than usual. Then I thought about it and I was like, oh, I've been putting the Theramu ointment on it every day for the nerve pain. I wonder if that's what it is. And it's gotta be, like, it's gotta be that, because I literally have done nothing else differently. So that's kind of cool, because I mean, I didn't know that. I can't see the back of my neck. I can't see my scar. I'm just so glad to hear that part of me is actually doing its job and healing up. I will link them down below, as I link them down below in most of my videos. I don't make any money off of any of the sales or anything. I just honestly love this company, and they have a promo code for EDS patients for 50% off. So I'm definitely gonna keep putting that ointment on there. Wow. Hello you guys, welcome to Wednesday. I'm super excited because I'm about to leave and I'm gonna go get my staples taken out of my stomach. Finally say goodbye to these babies, because these are gonna be gone. It's just that the staples like don't move very well with your body. It kind of feels like I have like a zipper on my stomach, and this is like a very sensitive site because he had to keep going in, and it was healing, and then he'd cut it open again, and each time he would put more staples in and then have to take them out. So I had a ridiculous number of staples during that hospital stay, and it feels like it. Plus these ones are like falling out. I don't know, they're really ready and I'm really ready, so bye-bye staples. It's time for me to go, so I will check in with you guys later. What the heck, October? Like, I'm hot in a tank top right now. Like, this is supposed to be fall, so get with it. It's like 80 stinking degrees out here. Why? Why? At least we fixed the air conditioning. Guess who got her staples out? Oh my gosh, it feels so good. Like, moving now it's a whole new experience. Before, the hard pieces of the shunt components were like pushing up on those staples, and I just feel so much more human. I am gonna be really careful though, because I'm so traumatized from last time where it kind of burst open and I had the leak, but there's nothing to leak this time. It should be fine. Just gonna be a little extra careful. It seems to have healed really well and was totally ready. So yeah, I'm just glad to have that out of the way. That appointment though turned into quite a long appointment. We always end up chatting with her. She's such a great primary care. and we had a lot to catch up on. I don't know, how many hours were we there? Like 2 hours?
More.
More than 2 hours.
Almost 3.
Almost 3. Yeah, so I'm exhausted. I'm still not really used to sitting up for super long periods of time, and we sat up a ton last night, and also Trish and I worked on sitting yesterday. So when I woke up this morning, like, all my gluteus muscles were very tired. And for some reason, I really just didn't sleep last night. I was planning on sleeping in, and I just woke up at like 8 a.m. raring to go. Anyway, I'm gonna go because we're like in the middle of the city and I want to put my neck brace on. But update on this neck brace, I told you guys I got the piece with the ICU back, which is a new model from Vista. It looks like this. It looks super silly, looks like a toilet seat cover. I've been using it for like 2 weeks now, and I still love it as much as the day I took it out of the box, probably more. It's really helping with that occipital pain that I had around the screws in the back of my head on the plate. So I wear it in the car and I wear it to bed. I don't wear it out like this because it is kind of, it does stick up. Yeah, I definitely am still recommending this. I will link this piece down below. Once again, I think it has to be ordered separately from the brace. Obviously, it's better if you can get your doctor to order it, but I was kind of strapped for time. I think I paid $65 out of pocket, but I'm really glad that I did, and I'm really glad that I shared it with you guys. I've gotten some really good feedback. A lot of you guys didn't know that they came out with this, and it's helped quite a few people. So I figured I would just update on that one. If it can make my life a little bit easier, then it's worth it. No more staples. It's definitely pretty red. This is like my first time looking in the mirror and seeing it. I'm hoping that it'll fade a little bit, but I don't know. I mean, he had to go through it a lot of times, so it's definitely very angry. You can still see a little bit of like the tubing and the components underneath here. Like these are, it's all hard here where you can feel the shunt pieces. So those stick out a little bit, but you know, in the long run, I don't really care that much about scars. I just want to be able to live my life and function, and that means I have a little red mark on my belly and a little bit of a bump, and so be it. Whew, I gotta say though, I'm definitely feeling kind of, I don't know what the word is, but it's how I feel when I'm having adrenal issues. And like I told you guys, we're going down on my dose of my steroids. In the last couple days, I felt a little tired, a little bit off, especially around this 6 o'clock time, which is actually the dose that we started lowering. But today, I feel like I hit a wall, and I just had like aches and chills and nausea and a headache and pain and weakness and numbness. I guess what I have to ask my doctor is, do I feel like this because I need more cortisol in my body, or do I feel like this because I'm used to more cortisol in my body? If I need it, then this is dangerous. If I'm just used to it, then, you know, it stinks for a few days, I put up with it, do this for a while, and then it's over with. That's fine. That's a big distinction, and a question that I really kind of forgot to ask when we talked about going down on the dose. Obviously, if things get scary or dangerous, I'll take a little bit of extra, but I kind of hate to do that since I have already invested a few days in this new dose and wouldn't want to have to start over if this is just a side effect. I hope that makes sense. I feel like nothing I say makes sense today. My brain is kind of mush. But I want to email her, like, I want to see if I can wait a couple days so that I have a little bit more information written down for her. I have my little Plot Your Health book here with me. The first 2 days, all I got was my weight, and then the last 2 days, I've got my weight, blood pressure, heart rate, and blood sugar. So I feel like in a few days when I have a little bit more data and I see how this is affecting me, then I can email her and get probably some more concrete answers. Why is it that I can never ever sleep when I like try, but I can always seem to take a nap when I don't want to? Like literally every time I talk to you guys and I'm like, I'm gonna go take a nap. I don't nap, I just lie there for like 3 hours trying to fall asleep and then eventually get bored and start crocheting something. Why? I just want to sleep. Good morning guys and happy Friday. I am actually scrambling to get ready right now because we just added in another doctor's appointment right before physical therapy. It's on the way, but means we have to leave a whole lot earlier than I was expecting. It's actually the jaw guy though, so I'm really excited. We got in to see him. He's going to take a look at my jaw and see if there's anything that he can do to stabilize it. He just called us on the phone to talk about it, so I mean I thought he was gonna like cancel on me, but I guess he still wants to see me. But I'm not sure if I like the idea of some of the stuff that he does, but I don't know, it's worth going. It's worth picking his brain. Well, that was a pretty interesting appointment. He looked at all my jaw imaging and did a little exam, and he really seems to know what he's talking about. He has worked with EDS patients before. He doesn't work with them all the time, but basically what we're talking right now, we're not messing with the connective tissue and the ligaments, so that's good. I guess that makes me kind of a straightforward patient in that sense. So he proposed a plan that would use my own blood. They take it and they put it in a special machine, and then we would from there I think use the stem cells and the platelets to promote healing of the cartilage inside of the joint. He was showing me my x-rays and my imaging, and it's pretty darn clear that I have worn down that joint pretty well. And our biggest goal is to avoid having to have a full joint replacement someday, which is kind of the road that I'm going down at this point. He didn't seem to really be all too impressed at all with splinting, because he was explaining to me that those little capillaries, they get damaged and scarred and then they don't get any blood supply, and because of that, the splinting, you know, it holds your bite and it holds your jaw in the right place when you're biting down, but as soon as you're using your jaw, it's no longer doing anything, and if those capillaries aren't getting blood flow, it's not going to be healing and you're gonna hit that plateau, which is where I am right now. Splinting is still a good thing, I think, but it seems like it's not any kind of long-term solution, which is what we're kind of looking at now. He also brought up Botox, and it seems like he wants to do that in conjunction with these other injections, and yeah, I don't know 100% how I feel about that. I guess I'm willing to give it a try. I think the biggest fear of mine is just a mast cell reaction. I like the idea of the stem cells because it's my own cells, and I would hope that my body would be receptive to that, but you know, having something else like Botox scares me a little bit more. The thing that makes me feel better about that entire situation is that he is going to be calling and reaching out to all of my doctors and making sure that this is a good treatment plan in their eyes as well. So he should theoretically talk to my mast cell doctors and see what they have to say. I'm really hoping he gets through to my pain management specialist, because I really trust his opinion the most over everybody's, and I think that they would get along really well, and I would trust them as a team to really make a good plan. So we'll see. I'm gonna go back in about a week, 10 days, and hopefully by then he'll have spoken to my treatment team and we can put together a bit more of a plan. So overall, good appointment. I love the guy. He is so great. He's definitely up there in the years, but he's got a lot of experience. I like that he wasn't like super cocky or unwilling to listen, which is something that I sometimes find with the older physicians. He just had a hip replacement 2 days ago and he was back at work, and I'm so thankful he was able to squeeze me in when apparently he has such a high patient load. I think they said it was very unusual. I really do trust him. I do. So you take it one day at a time, and who knows, one of my doctors could be like, no, I definitely want to talk to Trish about it, which is perfect because that is where we're going next. Hitting all the stops today. I am so tired. Also, awesome side note, found my ring splints. I don't know if you guys noticed that I haven't been wearing them since I left the hospital, and that is because I couldn't find them. I knew I put them in a safe place, that I either didn't bring them to the hospital or that I brought them but I put them somewhere weird, and I did put them somewhere weird. They were in my glasses case. So, found my ring splints, but I think I lost my glasses. So
That's true.
Never ending. Hello guys, I just finished up with my physical therapy session. I'm feeling so much better. It's kind of weird going into something like exhausted and in pain and then exercising and coming out with more energy and less pain. But anyway, we pretty much just worked on the same things that we worked on Tuesday. Mostly just sitting and then standing back up without using my hands, which sounds super easy, but if it is easy, then you're probably not using the correct form. She did say even though I was more tired going into it today than I was on Tuesday, I still did a better job. Like my form was better, and I was engaging my muscles better. We took videos of both of them, so now I get to like look back and see my progress. I will put little clips of those videos here side by side so you can see and judge for yourself. Don't judge me too harshly. It has been a long time since I've been allowed to use any of these muscles.
Good morning, Sammy. Good morning, Sammy. You like the brushing? Yeah? You like to be brushed?
He sure does.
Let's see what happens if I stop. Oh, okay.
Ah, she's brushing herself, huh?
Okay, you want your hair brushed?
I didn't expect her to like this so much, honestly.
Try staffing again.
Knee brace perks. You can use it to slide your pop socket into so you can use your phone hands-free in bed. Pretty cool. This is actually, okay, so I have become obsessed with this show. It's called Bull, and it's kind of, I think it's produced by Dr. Phil, and it's about what he used to do before he was like Dr. Phil. They're like jury professionals, and they study the jury for trials to try to figure out which people to pick and then how to present their case based on how each individual jury member will see things, and it's really good. But we unfortunately don't have cable, so I went on Amazon Prime, and they wanted to charge me like $3 an episode or like 30 bucks for a season, and I was kind of not having it. So I signed up for like a 7-day free trial of the CBS channel. So that means I have to finish all 3 seasons of the show in 7 days so I can cancel my subscription and not have to pay. But I've been watching this for like 2 days now, and I'm already almost through season 1, so I think I can do it. They're not getting a cent out of me. But I totally recommend this show because it's so cool. I would totally love that to be my job. Also, look at my lovely shirt. This is some merchandise from the Fry Life. I'm sure you guys know all about them, but the Fry Life is a YouTube channel run by a married couple, Mary and Peter. Mary has cystic fibrosis, and she has a service dog named Ollie, and they do daily vlogs, and they're adorable, and I love them. So if you have not checked them out before, go check them out now. It's really nice. It's kind of just this like lightweight sweatshirt material. I also got this other shirt in gray that says Overcomer, and it's just got like the little Fry Life signature at the bottom there. But this is seriously so comfortable. I'm glad that they had a sweatshirt option. I am just so psyched that it's finally fall and I can finally wear like sweaters and sweatshirts and cool weather clothes again. It's so much better on my nerve pain. I don't like having bare skin. Oh, this is a size small. So when I was going to order, I was like, am I a small or am I an extra small? And this is just right for me. I would usually wear an extra small in pretty much everything, but if you're about my size and you usually wear an extra small, I would recommend getting a small. It's a little tiny bit oversized, but I think you kind of want that. That's just like how it fit. Plus you can wear like a shirt under it when it gets really cold. So I would say maybe just like size up. Okay. I'm procrastinating a little bit. I am just in the final stages of editing a video that I've been working on for months now, and I'm super excited to be sharing it with you guys. It is a Spoonie product testing. I've been testing it for quite a while, and it's super cool, and I really am excited for this video to come out. So I'm gonna go work on that video. Not quite sure when it's going to be up. I am waiting for one final email from the company who sent me the product. I'm assuming it hasn't quite come out yet, but probably in the next couple days, so keep your eyes open for that. I did it, guys. I finally finished editing and I feel so good about it because it was like a review video of a product I got to test out, and I really liked the product. I liked the company. My review was taking so long because everything got thrown off by being in the hospital, and I was trying to compile files, but I had some here and some there. And then my laptop is just like totally pooping out on me. And honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, but I can't think about it right now. I finished the video. It's gonna go up, I think, probably the day after this. That is if I can manage to make my laptop actually work again. Oh, whatever. That's just like a big weight off my chest. And now that also means that I can start trialing my next product. And I actually have quite a few stocked up, and I don't know which one to try next. I had to put the acupressure mat on hold because of all of the spinal surgeries. I'm still gonna keep that on hold for a little while because I'm terrified of like puncturing my shunt tubing. I don't think that's gonna happen, but I need to get over that fear. So I guess it's a mystery to us all what will come out next, but I thought you guys would find this kind of funny. So when I'm filming at my desk, it looks like this, but really in real life, this is what you don't see. Yeah, that's right. I'm actually a hoarder. And also, my parents are amazing, and they built me this whole custom desk on this whole wall here. And how do I choose to edit my videos? On the floor. Sometimes I'm just a terrible daughter. The floor is just comfortable to me, and I don't know why. Hello you guys, it is Sunday. I'm not quite sure if I vlogged anything today. I am just so scatterbrained today, it's not even funny. I stayed out most of the night just trying to figure out editing and video and laptop stuff. My laptop is doing something really weird. There's basically no files on it, and it's saying that the startup disk is full. I have a Mac. If anyone else has this problem and knows how to fix it, like, hit me up. I can't seem to fix it. My friend was over tonight and he had the same issue on his, and he doesn't know how to fix it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But anyway, today was really nice. I had my cousin over and one of my friends, and my friend brought one of her friends that I've been hearing about for years. It was great to finally meet him. He was really cool and had some really funny stories. So he had us in a lot of laughter tonight, which I think we all needed. But I did complete my very first week of plotting my health in my little thing, so it is actually working. I have been able to keep up with my little health journal here. Got all my numbers written down for my doctor. It's so interesting because the days that I run IV saline, I'm like exactly 1 pound heavier than the days that I'm not running saline. So it's like my weight plus the saline. Weird. It's also interesting to see that because it's like the saline's instantly out of my system, you know? So my pain doctor is probably right when he's saying that I should be running a liter every day. But I really just, I like the 4 days a week schedule. I like having the weekends off to shower, and my skin just needs a break from the dressings and stuff like that. So just try to drink extra water on the weekends, but clearly it's not showing in my numbers. Also, my blood sugars are kind of weird. I haven't been tracking them in a while because I thought I had a handle on it, but it kind of looks like I don't, which is sort of surprising to me. But I'm starting to realize that my symptoms kind of do correlate with the numbers that I'm seeing. It's just that I never put it together with blood sugar because I figured, well, you know, my blood sugar must be fine because I'm running the same amount of calories every day and the same speed at the same times, so it shouldn't change, right? Clearly, I was wrong about that one. So I'm actually really glad I've been doing this, and I actually really, really love that scale that I was sent. It fits perfectly under my bureau, so I can just slide it under there when I'm not using it, and it's made of glass. So I feel like a fancy person every day when I weigh myself. So much better than the one with the dial, oh my gosh. Anyway, I have to go to bed because I'm very tired, and it is Sunday night, so it's time to close out this week's vlog. If you liked it, it would be cool if you would give me a thumbs up. That lets me know. If you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe. I make them every week. I also try to make some educational videos and product review videos, which I will hopefully have more of very soon. Don't forget that this month I am still running a giveaway. It is not too late to enter. It is for one of those big giant body pillows, these big U-shaped pillows like this one. I swear by these things, and I'm so excited to be sharing them with one of you guys. I'm not like sponsored by them or anything. I just love these pillows, so I'll be paying for it with my own money. I'll send it straight from Amazon to the winner. If you want to learn more about how to enter and stuff like that, I will leave the giveaway link right in the description box. It shouldn't be hard to find. And I guess that's it. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye!